Back here on this Saturday morning, Sports Medicine Weekly. Our website is sportsmedicineweekly.com. I'm Steve Kashul with Dr. Brian Cole. And you go to our website for our Ask the Doctor segment. If you want to get involved and have Dr. Cole address your specific sports injury issue, just go to the homepage on our website, sportsmedicineweekly.com. Look for the picture of Dr. Cole and yours truly. Click on that link, and you can ask the doc a question. Got a real good one here, Doc, and I was thinking about this one myself. You're watching an NBA game, especially the NBA, because they're just in their typical NBA uniforms, and you can't see it maybe as much on an NFL player, even a Major League Baseball player. But we see this black tape on these players, right? And it's Kinesiology Tape, right?
Yeah, so Kinesiology Tape is, Kinesiology Tape, or we call it short Kinesiology Tape. That's correct.
Okay, Kinesiology Tape. How does it work? And because I've seen Bulls players with it, and is it actually effective?
Yeah, it's interesting. It's had a long evolution. It is a now multi-million-dollar industry. Kinesiology Tape is, I believe, trademarked, although there's other forms of it. But there's one particular company that has the intellectual property on it, but there's other sort of knockoffs. And it was initially actually banned in the NBA, and because the NBA has such consistent uniform standards that whenever you have to have a sleeve or a brace or what have you, you have to get permission. But now
I remember when it was banned.
Yeah. And now, so the thing is, now there is some evidence that it has some therapeutic value. It's basically a very thin, sticky, elastic cotton that when you place it on the skin in a certain way with a little bit of stretchiness, it recoils after it's put on, and it has some memory. And the claim is that it actually lifts the skin to increase blood and lymphatic flow and improve circulation. So the tape is not rigid like a brace, so the user can actually have full range of motion while the tape is doing its thing on the superficial tissue. So it's been looked at in a variety of conditions, for example, the shoulder, the knee. I even had Jeff Tanaka, my trainer, put it on after I had my little
That's a Bulls
bruise.
trainer?
Yeah, Jeff Tanaka, the trainer for the Bulls, put it on my anterolateral shin, the outer front side of it, when I had that injury, my ski injury, to help improve circulation. So it's a fascinating area, and it's such a stupid, simple concept, if you will, that is caught on, and it's pervasive in virtually every single sport. Every trainer knows how to put it on or should know how to put it on at this time.
Interesting stuff.
Yeah, no, I think it's fascinating. It's a low-cost way to give symptomatic relief in situations where you're trying to improve blood and lymph flow.
I got one more question for you before we say goodbye in our Ask the Doctor segment. Doc, is aerobic or anaerobic exercise better for health?
So I would say that it really depends upon the condition. There's some disease states or situations with people's metabolism which showed that you can improve it with just aerobic exercise. There's some type 1 and type 2 diabetes treatments where showed that aerobic exercise improve your ability to control sugar and reduce your insulin resistance. There's been some demonstration that anaerobic exercise can improve liver disease. There's really no age cutoff or intensity requirement in general, to reap the benefits of exercise. I would say that there is quite a bit of confusion over aerobic versus anaerobic exercise, and what's fascinating is that aerobic exercise has been shown to improve certain disease states, which including diabetes and liver disease. So I would say this is an area that consulting with an exercise physiologist, if you're a performance training performance athlete, an endurance athlete, these are things where an exercise physiologist can really help advise you in terms of methods of exercise that would be considered either aerobic or anaerobic.
All right, we're going to say goodbye. Great stuff from Dr. Brian Cole as usual. A reminder, everybody, net proceeds from our show at Sports Medicine Weekly, it goes to support orthopedic research at Rush through the liveactivenow.org fund. Many thanks to our producer, Shane Reardon. Our coordinating producer is Tracy Taro. Also want to thank David Cole for managing our website and our business operations. And finally, Samantha Smith from Midwest Orthopedics at Rush. For Dr. Brian Cole, I'm Steve Kashul saying so long and thanks for listening to Sports Medicine Weekly here on The Score. Up next on The Score, it's that show Early Odds with Joe Ostrowski, always entertaining. We'll be back with you next week for another edition of Sports Medicine Weekly, 8 a.m. So until then, we wish you to have a great week, and we'll talk with you next week for Sports Medicine Weekly only on
670 The Score.